on.
Is anybody here? Is anybody here?
I'm Lieutenant Prescott. How can I help you?
Library lady. Library lady, I want you to get me that portable phone right there.
And where is he?
Second floor.
All right, stay here.
Bring it back. Okay, now I want you to close up these drapes right here. Get out.
It's all right. I'm with the sheriff's department. Where is he?
He's in here with a bunch of hostages. He gave me this letter.
All right, thanks.
You two, I want you to get some tables over here, and I want you to put them all together, because we're going to sit around them. That way I keep my eye on all you. You understand me? Well, then do it. Then do it. Let's go.
What did you want me to do with this?
I told that guy to mail it. Give it to that guy. Tell him to mail it.
I'll do it right away.
I don't know what's going on with you. Sure as hell scare me with that gun.
What's your name?
Lloyd Prescott.
Well, Mr. Prescott, if the police enter, you'll be the first one that I shoot. And then I'll blow this place up. Because they may be taking me to the morgue in little pieces, but I'm not going to jail. Anything else you need to know?
Coming up next.
We're all going to play.
Clifford Lynn Draper was 30 years old. He was born and raised in Arkansas. At 17, he'd enlisted in the U.S. Navy, where he learned about weapons and explosives. At 20, he was given a medical discharge. Clifford Draper was obviously troubled, but no one thought he was violent or dangerous until March 5th, 1994. Trapped in a room with a human bomb, the 10 hostages inside the Salt Lake City, Utah Public Library could only pray for a miracle. Their lives were at the mercy of an insane man with irrational demands. But what the hostages didn't know was that an armed police officer was among them, just waiting for an opening.
Excuse me?
Me?
Yes, you. I want you to take off your jacket.
I'm kind of cold. Could I leave it on?
No. Under no circumstances. Now take it off.
Sorry.
Which way did I tell you to look? Thank you.
Kind of worst case scenario, you have to make the assumption that the bomb is real and that you need to be very cautious. He was surrounded by a number of hostages sitting on both sides of him, and he wouldn't have had a clear shot even if there hadn't been a bomb. So at that particular point, I decided that my best course of action was to become an insurance policy.
What do you know, Lee?
Well, one, possibly two suspects, unknown number of hostages. Look, we got a bomb scenario that rules out a sniper.
All right, here's the room. Dave, I want you to come down this hallway and lead the column on the left. Troy, come down on the right. Come down here.
He said he was with the sheriff's department.
I wanted the sheriff's office to know that I was in there and that if things really went bad, that I would be prepared to take some kind of action.
This guy from the sheriff's department, his name's Lloyd Prescott. How well do you know him?
No, we came on the force 20 years ago together. He's one of our defense tactical instructors.
Yeah, well, question is how good is he on the offensive?
Well, if Draper makes a mistake, something tells me we're going to find out.
I recognized the bomb and the projectiles that he had on the surface of the bomb were black powder projectiles or bullets. Connected to the bomb was a curling iron which he was using as a dead man switch. Later in the situation, after I had been able to study the bomb for a considerable length of time, I noticed a flaw in the dead man switch. I was going to challenge him, but I wasn't quite so sure that bomb wouldn't go off.
This is Tom Hansen reporting live. We are outside the downtown library where for the past 2 hours a gunman has held an undetermined number of people hostage.
I gave the Navy the best years of my life, and for what? Now it's time that they gave something back. I want you all to read this. I want you to understand why I'm doing this. I'm not crazy. From Clifford Lynn Draper, hostage taker. The amount will be calculated for a service entry date of 26 January 82. U.S. currency in the amount of $50,000 will be paid. I will not tolerate any attempts at psychological manipulation, and I will detonate my bomb if my demands are not met within 72 hours. No hostage shall be permitted to leave for medical reasons. I protest and I defy the ultra-liberal feminists and their coalition with the insane homosexuals. I'm a victim of the psychic fraternity and their incredible socio-psychic manipulations.
This is it. I'm going to die any minute now. And the fear and profound feeling of mortality is on top of me right then.
Of a Holocaust.
I was very close to trying to make a move, and luckily I didn't, but if I had, I don't know if I'd have been able to control his right hand, his bomb, his left hand, and a gun.
What's wrong with you?
I'm a diabetic, and I need 5 shots of insulin a day.
So take a shot.
I didn't bring my insulin kit today because I didn't think I'd be in the library for more than an hour.
You want to jeopardize this whole group here with your condition?
She's cold. Can I give her my jacket?
You got a discipline problem with your eyes, lady? I told you to the wall. She feels fine to me.
Why don't we let her go?
No, nobody's going anywhere. I don't want to hear any more questions either. Answer.
Yes? It's the police.
Is this Clifford Draper? Who this?
Chris Ahern, Salt Lake Police. Clifford, we're working on all your demands. You must be under a great deal of pressure.
Now you listen to me. It's been almost 5 hours. Now you give me my demands, or I'm going to have to kill somebody just so you can start taking me seriously. I think you know who I'll start with, too. Hang up the phone.
I think you may know about Prescott.
Library lady, I want you to go outside, look through those blinds there, and you tell me if you see any SWAT out there.
No, they're all gone.
See? That's power.
He targeted Miss Allison as a potential threat and talked about retaliation. What that really did is it put a time clock on that situation. I knew that she had to have insulin or that her life would be endangered, and I knew I wasn't going to let that happen.
Mr. Draper, we should do something for her. She's going to die right here on us.
Well, she may not be the first. Library lady, stand up. I'm gonna have you come and go in my bag here. I got a roll of cord and a knife. You're gonna cut it into little pieces. Then we're all gonna play a game. Person who gets the smallest piece, well, they get to die first. Come on.
I knew that if the bomb exploded, that the force would go above and follow the plane of the table, so that if I could give the hostages time to get below the table, they would be safe. The tough part about that is I knew I had to stay above the table and that Clifford Draper and myself would take the force of the explosion. Basically, a person's reaction time is 3/4 of a second. That's the time he perceives something, the thought process goes through his mind. There's approximately another 3/4 of a second to a second for that person to determine his course of action and to make the movement. So what I had is approximately 2 seconds.
Can't find the knife.
Come on, it's gotta be in there.
Sheriff's office, hit the floor!
You move and I'll kill you.
I'm already dead.
You move and you will be.
Everybody out! Out!
What do you got, Troy? What do you got?
There's a toss-up in wanting to be part of the team on the outside or being on the inside. In this particular situation, and knowing that they would be coming into the room and facing a bomb which could ultimately kill everyone coming into the room, I think I was just as happy being on the inside and able to help the hostages the best way I could.
I've been right to the edge of being killed, but now I was alive. the bomb didn't go off. When I got out of the library and was reunited with Judith, just this incredible, happy, speechless relief and love.
I thank Lloyd Prescott every day when I wake up, because if it hadn't been for Lieutenant Prescott, I wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be doing this, I wouldn't be breathing.
Clifford Draper was pronounced dead at a nearby hospital. Back in Arkansas, his stunned family learned about their son's death on the evening news. They hadn't heard from him in nearly 6 months. Draper was mentally unstable and in desperate need of psychiatric help. I'm sorry that he lost his life, but 10 innocent people might have lost their lives. Lieutenant Prescott had tried to wait Draper out. In the end, he chose his moment well, and his calm courage delivered the hostages to safety. Lloyd Prescott is truly a hero. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Four-year-old Kaylee Ann Poulton and her pink and white tricycle vanished on May 23, 1994. Kaylee was just a few feet away from the apartment complex where she lived with her mother in Pittsford, New York. The community rallied, working with police to launch one of the largest search efforts ever for a missing child. They distributed more than 1 million posters across the country. No one was more hopeful than Kaylee's mom, Judy Gifford.
I believe in my heart she's alive and she's well, she's safe, and that's the thing that keeps me going, you know, seeing her face out there and knowing that someday she'll be home.
Judy's hope and faith helped to keep her going. She started the Kaylee Search Center, staffed by volunteers dedicated to finding her daughter. Judy still looks for ways to keep Kaylee in the public eye. The story of Judy's search for Kaylee deeply touched Lou Swagman, a full-time child care professional and part-time songwriter.
I'd had empathy for the situation that Kaylee's mother and father were going through.
One afternoon, Lou was compelled to write a song.
What was interesting is that while I was writing it, I could hear it being sung by this voice that I'd heard while I was in my backyard about a week prior to writing it.
Lou had heard two young neighbors singing at their high school graduation party and immediately knew they were meant to sing Kaylee's song.
I couldn't get through the song. The first time we sang it, I can remember hearing my mom crying in the background. You know, I can remember because it just, the words were so vivid.
Such a different friend. Now she's gone, gone, gone.
I just had to think that this is going to help her, help maybe get her found.
After recording the song, Lou sent a copy of it to Kaylee's mother.
My mom and I sat down, we put it in the stereo, and we played it. We both cried, and I thought, oh God, you know, this song is just great. What kind of impact could it have if we put it together with some actual footage of Kaylee's disappearance?
Working together with a team of volunteers, they put together a music video.
Everywhere have you seen Kaylee? We clutch our children's hands so tight, we watch them sleeping safe and sound, and feel the tears come streaming down tonight for Kaylee.
This video could be the one tool that will be what will help us have a resolution to Kaylee's case. Nothing more than we all want her to be brought home. That's what we hope the video will do for us.
We love you, Kaylee. We love you, Kaylee.
The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children has made these enhancements of Kaylee's photos. If Kaylee's hair had been cut, it could be curlier now. Kaylee has a lazy left eye. If it's been left untreated, the condition may have worsened, or Kaylee could be wearing glasses. If you've seen Kaylee or know anything about her disappearance, please call 1-800-CRIME-TV. That's 1-800-274-6388. We'll have more of Final Justice when we come back. Police need your help to catch Nicholas Dolce. Police say that on May 2nd, 1986, in Trinidad, Colorado, Dolce beat and stabbed his mother, Rebecca Bakes, to death. Dolce hasn't been seen since. Dolce may wear contact lenses to hide his weak eyesight. He squints sharply without glasses. If you've seen Nicholas Dolce, call 1-800-CRIME-TV. Also, take another look at Kaylee Poulton. Kaylee's been missing since May of 1994. If you know anything about these cases, please call our hotline. Thanks for watching. I'm John Walsh. We'll see you next time on Final Justice.